Willie D live.
What's up, family? Pop music royalty showed up at the funeral of music legend Clive Davis, who died on June 22nd at the age of 94. Among those who spoke at his funeral was Dionne Warwick, who greeted the audience, who apparently did not hear. So she greeted them again. Check it out.
Morning. All right now, y'all, I said good morning. You're supposed to be talking to me when I talk to you. He was a dear friend. He cared about Dionne. I mean, there was not anything that he ever did that I didn't get the first phone call. You will be there, right? I don't know if I can make this one. What do you mean? He was always asking, where's my Dionne? Well, I'm here today, Clive, for you. We'll always be here for you.
Yeah, a little touching. That was a little touching, fam. I got to say, I never thought much of Clive Davis, but apparently there are people who do, and he's helped many of those people's careers. And who knows, we may not have had some of the great music that came about, without him having some part in that, right? So, salute always the way I look at it, man, to people who show up for family and friends, in life and in death. But let's get to those comments. I mean, what is proper decorum? What's expected if somebody says good morning at a funeral? Usually when somebody say good morning at a funeral, it's rhetorical. You don't expect somebody to say good morning. I've never done it. I've been to many funerals, and I've heard many people say good morning, and it's just be a few people might say good morning, because in my mind, I'm at a funeral, man. It's not a good morning. It's a bad morning. The good part is I'm alive, I'm healthy, I'm alive, got a lot of other things that are good about it, but I'm just not one of those people who experience bad stuff and act like the bad stuff don't affect my mood. I know a lot of people say, well, every day above ground is a good day, so it's good morning. It's always a good morning, good morning. Now, I internalize things. So a bad morning is a bad morning to me. A good morning is a good morning to me. Some people don't see it that way. I get it. Hey, do whatever makes you sleep good. Whatever gets you through the day, that's fine. But a bad morning to me is a bad morning. Now, I do not go overboard with the bad morning, good morning stuff. I do not, like, when bad things happen, I don't really, I don't go overboard with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't overreact to it, because the thing is, it's life. And I actually expect bad things to happen. Not to say that I'm a pessimist, but I expect bad things to happen. Now, whether I expect bad things to happen or not, bad things are going to happen. That's for all you people that say, that's the energy you're putting out, you're going to get it back. Now, bad things are going to happen every single day, whether I like it or not, whether I pray to God or not, whether I'm the most optimistic person in the universe. Bad things are going to happen. So I expect bad things to happen. I'm a realist. I expect bad things to happen. This is why when bad things happen, I don't overreact. I can deal with things happening, bad things happening, much better than most people can, because I know how to compartmentalize those bad things, And so when I react, I don't react emotionally, And so I don't get too down in the bad times. I don't get too up in the good times. I'll celebrate it, but I just know that the Lord give it, the Lord take it away. Same thing, make you laugh or make you cry. But back to the rhetorical good morning. I guess it wasn't rhetorical for Dionne. Dionne meant it. She like, if I say good morning, you need to say good morning back. Now, I kind of liken that to when you're, let's say, at a checkout, right? Oftentimes the clerk will say hello. The clerk is not expecting you to say, the clerk say hello. Most of the times they may want you to say hello, but most people, well, I ain't gonna say most people, oftentimes people don't say hello back. But let's say the clerk say hello, how was your day? They're not really expecting you to go into everything happening throughout the day. They just expect how was your, they just want to hear like, oh, it was good, thank you, that type of thing. But more and more frequently, I'm seeing the rest of the country acting like New Yorkers. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All you New Yorkers out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all rude, man. I think New Yorkers are the most rude people in the United States of America. Y'all are rude. Like, if you're passing by, if you come upon a New Yorker, most New Yorkers, if you say hello, they won't even say nothing. You better not be walking down the street and speak. They ain't gonna say nothing. You better not be on a train and speak. They're not going to say anything. But I think that's also a defense mechanism, right? Because sometimes if you get too friendly with people, they may think it's sweet. So I think a lot of times the New Yorkers keep their guards up, letting you know, hey, I ain't having it. You come over here with that mess, man, it's gonna be on. Don't say nothing to me. I'm minding my business. You need to mind your business. I think that's the mentality. But that mentality is just too hardcore for me. I'm a Southerner. I'm from Texas. We believe in Southern hospitality. We believe in good manners. Not everybody have good manners, but just in general, we believe in those type of things. Like we still say yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, to our elders. Like I'm about to be 60, and I say yes, sir, no, sir, and yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, to people who are older than me. Yeah, like it gotta put a few years on it, like maybe 10 years or more. Anybody 10 years older than me, yes, sir, no, ma'am, all the time. But in general, we're just a hospitable group of people out here, in the South. But Dionne, come on, Dionne, you at a funeral. You're at a funeral. Dionne said, I said, good morning. And everybody was like, she's about to whoop him. Good morning. Yeah, I'm not mad at them for being silent, but I would have thought there would have been a few people to say good morning. Like they said nothing. It was totally quiet. I don't think people saw it as a good morning. And I think when they said good morning to her, it was not voluntarily. It was under duress. Dionne Warwick was not playing. Dionne Warwick is like that. Dionne Warwick is a serious person. From what I understand, I never met her before, but I have, let's say, I've experienced her wrath. Let's put it like that. Never met her, but I've experienced her wrath. She's a real sensible person, sweet person. I think that, but just no nonsense. She ain't with the BS. I mean, you got to know that Dionne grew up in white society, basically. Like black people, but like much white society. Like from the time she got into the music industry and all that stuff. Dionne Warwick has been around, and she's been under attack for a long time because she married a white man. I don't know how many she married, but I know she had a white dude, and you know, she got a lot of heat for that. And even when she played, when she go and do concerts and stuff, most of her audience is white. So she has, you know, been on both sides, seen a whole lot of drama, experienced a lot of racism, been called everything but a child of God, and you know, she's still standing, still standing. But yeah, Dionne Warwick, she don't play no games. She ain't the type that's gonna let somebody walk over her. But in this case, I don't know, fam. I think I probably would have gave the audience grace. What say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.